Today we had the rare opportunity with Scion to test at Irwindale. Usually it's pretty difficult to rent the track here, but Scion hooked it up. So pretty stoked to bring the Rockstar Scion.TC out along with Ken and his RSR Scion and just have a kick-ass time. First of all, a lot of things to test. You know, ultimately it's for the championship. So we're testing some new hardware, some new steering racks, and a new fuel system in the car.
So we got a new engine. We blew our motor at Sonoma Formula Drift round 6, so we built a fresh motor. We're here to shake it down, get it broken in so that it's ready for competition on the 16th of October. That was the reason why we wanted this day to be here at Irwindale, because it's the actual competition track and it'll be a good opportunity for us to get the car dialed in. If we need to make changes to the tire pressures or just the suspension, or even as a driver myself, if I can get comfortable with the track, it'll be an advantage for our team.
But it also is an opportunity to bring out people that sponsor the car, like Rockstar and people from Scion, and some media that only get to see the car kind of on print ads and on TV and maybe in person, but never get to actually, get the sound of these crazy drift cars in their blood. So we actually took them for laps around Irwindale and had some crazy reactions. Come into the House of Drift with the car for the first time, it's an incredibly intimidating track, and we've got this thing set up to go incredibly fast. It's been tricky to adapt to Irwindale here, but we've made a lot of changes, and I think we're sitting pretty for next year.
How's it going, Ken?
It's going well.
Yeah, how's Irwindale?
Irwindale was tough, but we made it through, and we're in for tomorrow's show, so I'm really happy.
The first drifting event in the U.S., major organized drifting event, was at Irwindale. It quickly named the place, the House of Drift, because this is where the major drifting events take place. The culture of drifting is definitely centered in LA. It's undeniable. It's growing and it's big in other parts of the country, but in LA, it kind of came over the Pacific and hit the LA shores first.
We all started here at Irwindale Speedway in the parking lots when it was just a group of 20 of us that had our low-budget, cheap rear-wheel drive cars. And now today, if you look around, we have these large semi-trucks, and it's just crazy how we see all these enthused fans around here.
To end the season at the House of Drift, it's just a big show. This weekend we had the biggest drifting event in the U.S. and arguably in the world as far as attendance and pre-sold tickets. Drifting in the U.S. is really bigger than it is anywhere else in the world, even though it started in Japan. It's awesome that Formula D has carried the torch this far. It's awesome that the fans still love this sport and are hungry for more every single year. And it's killer that we get to come out and have the fun that we do. Starting in Long Beach this year, I didn't know what to expect. Okay, we came up with an out-of-the-box concept for a car. Okay, we're taking front-wheel drive TC, making the rear-wheel drive. That's out-of-the-box enough. But then throwing in a TRD NASCAR engine, it really was an over-the-top concept. And who knew if we could make this thing competitive? To be honest.
The 2009 Formula Drift season for the RSR Scion team was actually a step forward compared to the last 2008 Formula Drift season. We actually made a lot of improvements this season. We have one podium finish, second place. We have one first place qualifying round at New Jersey and a fourth place finish in the New Jersey event. So we have definitely moved forward as a team, and we kind of had a rhythm going, and compared to last year, we definitely saw results.
Every single event we started finding things, and that's what you really want in a development year, is to find things every event. If you walk away from an event and you've got the same car that you started the event with, then you're really not progressing the car. And we change something every single event. So I'm really proud of the team for getting that done, and we have a laundry list of things to do going into next year. So, we walk away with a victory. We walk away, unfortunately, with me not qualifying for one of the events. We walk away with a couple podium spots. All right, that's the politically correct look back at 2009. The fact is, I'm bummed to lose the championship. I mean, holding on to it for 2 years, the team is used to, you know, having the target on their backs and being the guys to look out for, and then realizing that we don't have a chance to make the championship was a hard thing for everybody involved. But I can tell you we're hungry. And coming into 2010, we know we've got a good car. We know it stacks up to the best cars out there. And as long as I don't mess it up, we got a good chance to fight for the championship in 2010. Well, for 2009, I guess that's a wrap.
Now I get to rest and go back to school and be normal.
We're kind of out of here. It's just sort of like take your beers and go home. So we'll see you in 2010. We'll be back fighting for that trophy.